So hello to everyone. I'm happy to welcome you here today, and my name is Katerina, and the topic of my presentation today will be the art of being proactive. So as you are all here, I can imagine that you are already some proactive people willing to study and to learn new things. But let's take a look at this on the long term. Let's take a look at the big picture of being proactive, what it means. So first of all, we should all understand that we have control over our lives. It just depends how we look at it. As it was written in the famous book of Stephen Covey, the 7 Habits of Effective People, being proactive, it means being responsible over your life. Let me illustrate it to you. Let me show you what it means. So, Stephen Covey distinguishes 2 types of people depending on the control that they have or the circumstances that are leading their choices. And there are 2 circles. So the first is circle of influence, which we all have. It just depends whether it's big or small. And the circle of circumstances, the circle of concern. And 2 types of people. One type that is making decisions based on circle of control, they are proactive people, and the second type, those are those people who are taking decisions based on their influence, on the other external factors. Let me give you an example. If you are late for a meeting, you can say that there were traffic jams, for example, or my computer broke, or something else. This shows you that you are staying in this circle. But if you became proactive and you came in advance, you saw that your computer is not working, for example, you basically made the action inside this circle of control. This is one thing. We can make this bigger. We can make our circle of control bigger, and like that, the circumstances have less impact on our life. Let me give you an example from my own life. A few years ago, I decided to come to Switzerland for the 2nd time. And I actually got a refusal, so I didn't get a visa even here. It's difficult to imagine for you, but it happened to me, and lots of people told me just stay in your country, why you want to open the business in Switzerland. But it was my choice. It was my conscious decision that I made, and I wanted to stay in Switzerland. That is why I took all the possible actions to go and to stay in this country. So I'm here. The second thing is that you might say, being proactive, it's kind of tricky, and it's also scary. So lots of people, they fear of failures. They have fear of failures, and they are afraid to fail. So the thing is that if we're not failing, I don't know if I can put it back. If we're not failing, that means we're not doing anything. One example of the failures, you might know the chain KFC. It's a big chain of restaurants, but you might not know the story behind that. The co-founder, the founder of this big chain, he was a retired man who decided to open his business. And the main thing that he could do...
Yes, of course. Here you go.
Thank you. And the main thing that he could do, his advantage, his strong point, he could cook chicken in a very, very tasty way. All his friends enjoyed it. And he decided to make business based on that. He started going to the restaurants, he started making proposals, but he was getting only the refusals. After getting 1,009 refuses, just imagine this number, he finally got a yes. And now we know where this company is. So my idea today is to give you understanding that it's all about the choices that we make. We might all fear of failures, but this is a normal way to reach our goals, to get where we see ourselves. That's it. Thank you.